Sam Chetty. I come from the very southern tip of Africa called South Africa. A law called Apartheid were implemented in 1950s. The prime of my life, Apartheid was at its height. A black man could not be in another area after a certain time. If you're caught in another area at a certain time, you would go in jail. At the Adventist college, it was very segregated. The lecturers were racist. The entire campus had this flavor of apartheid, separate, and you were looked down upon because of your color. I got my bachelor's in theology, 4 years degree, expecting to get into the ministry. I didn't get a job. I didn't get a job in the ministry. The rest of my class was white. The 40 of them that graduated me was white. All the white folk got the job to pastor Indian churches, but I, as an Indian pastor, didn't get a job. I didn't know what to do. I began to question God, and I said, God, was this the right move here? I resigned myself to saying, well, that wasn't my call. It was just 4 years wasted. To be realistic, I felt despondent. I wanted to give up the church. I was disillusioned. In fact, I didn't go to church for a few months. I was just right down. It's natural for anyone to be so low. I took up a job filling gas at a gas station for cars. You know, it's like, here I am, I finished my pastoral, thinking I would pastor, now I'm filling gas at a gas station, and I'm walking around looking for a job. I had a family to support. I went back into the business world, where I established myself. I'm studying for another degree. I'm studying for my master's in business. And I was really settled, really happy. So here comes this call. Somebody from the college told me that they wanted to see me. And I said, man, I've got nothing to do with the church. And I go to another church, but I'm really not interested. He says, man, you've got to come. It's the vice presidents of the General Conference and the division leaders of Africa and the Union and the conference leaders all wanted to see me. It was a negative reaction. I didn't want to go. I didn't want to see anybody within the Adventist church. Some delegate insisted that I come. So I spoke to my boss. I took a day off, and I go there and I see an entire panel. 2 tables set up. There's about 10 people behind the table, and there's a seat here for me. And they asked me to address my concerns. And I said, look at this man on your left and right. These are a bunch of racists that run this conference, that run this division, that run the churches, and that run this university here. They are racist through and through. So I spoke my heart out, and I said they were practicing the government policies to its fullest. There's no Christianity, there's no love in them. I presented my case, and the General Conference president told me, well, you think about it. We have a job for you straight away. You can start today, you can start tomorrow, whenever you want to. I left the place, and I went home and I prayed about it. And I said, Lord, if it's your will, you would take me into the ministry, let it be done. Months passed by, and one day I felt the impulse, the urge. I called the conference. I said, man, the job is here for you. You can come anytime. And that's when I went in. And I see now, as I look back in retrospect, I don't have much years to live. Why use having hatred? I cannot live in the past. Don't look back on the past, because you can't get anywhere. Blend your education with God, and it's going to be a success.